So now we're going to talk about inverse variation. So another special type of variation describes a situation when one quantity increases and the other decreases. This type of variation is an inverse variation. An inverse variation is a relationship between two variables, x and y, that can be written for y equals k divided by x, where k cannot equal 0. K is the constant of variation, just like in the other one, meaning it doesn't change. And for the equation y equals k divided by x, y varies inversely as x. So let's get into solving some problems. So again, the same situation, you read left to right. So time varies inversely as speed. So you're going to write it as time varies inversely, so k divided by as speed. Then we're going to plug in. So the speed is 8.82 and the time is 2.97. So to solve for k, you multiply each side by 8.82. I'm going to do it on my calculator. 8.82 times 2.97. And you get k is equal to 26.2 around. So it would be t equals 26.2 divided by your speed. And then we have to answer the question. So again, we are plugging in now 3.5 in for t. So 3.5 is equal to 26.2 divided by s. And again, you can't have a variable on the denominator, so you multiply each side by s. That way you get it out of the denominator. You have 3.5 times s is equal to 26.2. Divide each side by 3.5. And your speed is going to be 7.5 miles per hour. And that is your answer. Okay. So again, it's the same situation that we just did. So I'm going to do the next one as well. So again, you read left to right. The time it takes for a group of volunteers to construct a house varied inversely as the numbers of volunteers. So same thing. So T equals K divided by V. So 20 volunteers, I'm plugging in 20 for V. Sorry, 20 for V. And 6.25 is the time. So 62.5 is equal to K divided by 20. Solve for K, you multiply each side by 20. And you get K is equal to 1,250. So you have T is equal to 1,250 divided by V. And now we're going to plug in 15 for V and solve for T. And you just do 1,250 divided by 15 volunteers, which is the time it's going to take would be 83.33 hours, which would make sense because again, it's less volunteers, so it should take more time. K is a constant of variation, so remember y is equal to k over x, or y times x is equal to k. So you can use two different equations. With the tables, if they multiply to the same number, then it's inverse. So 1 times 24 is equal to 24. 2 times 12 is equal to 24. 3 times 8 is equal to 24. 4 times 6 is equal to 24. 6 times 4 is equal to 24. And 8 times 3 is equal to 24. So this is inverse because xy is equal to 24. Your k is equal to 24. This is not inverse because 1 times 12 is 12, but 2 times 10 is not 12. So not inverse. Okay, because they don't multiply to the same amount every time. Some examples, y equals 3 over x. As long as x is on the denominator, it can be negative, it can be 1 over x. As long as x is on the denominator and there's nothing being added or subtracted, you are good. We are going to zoom at the last 20 minutes of class, so let me know if you have any questions.